inspirational and motivational here at Clubhouse. Get a better mindset and set your goals here at Clubhouse. Educational things you need to know here at Clubhouse. Like credit, home, buying loans, and much more here at Clubhouse. The space for education, motivation, and inspiration. Clubhouse. The space for education, motivation, and inspiration. Clubhouse.
Erica, are you in the building, honey? How are you doing today, honey?
Hey, I am doing great. How are you?
I'm good. Are you on TikTok? Because I want to make sure we're not getting an echo or anything like that while we're live.
I
think I have you set up over
right
here.
now.
You're not on TikTok. You can get in TikTok. Do you have an echo over there? But yeah, hello audience, hello everyone, welcome to the Home Buyers Clubhouse, where we go live every Wednesday and every Friday. On Wednesdays we give something inspirational and educational, inspirational and motivational, and on Fridays we give something educational. For those of you guys who don't know me, my name is Jessie Lynn. I am a Triangle Realtor with A to Z Realty. Miss Erica Batts, mortgage lender, loan officer. Introduce yourself, honey.
Yes, I am Erica Batts. I am your mortgage loan officer, and I handle North Carolina and South Carolina.
Awesome. Hello, TikTok. How y'all doing today? I see y'all coming inside the room. Hello. It's my first live, so I appreciate you guys coming in. Erica, I wish you could come on in and come on up to the stage so the people can know who I'm talking to. But anyway, look, y'all, we have so many people that have a lot of holiday stresses. They're going through things. It's crazy. And it's so sad. I see a lot of people on my feed, on my timeline. They're losing people. They're losing their loved ones around the holiday. And it's just really sad. They're stressed about finances, their money, getting their kids a gift. How are they going to pay their bills? And, things are slowing down as well, depending on what industry you're in. I know for us, real estate was a little bit slower this year. So it just depends. People are going through so many things. But anyway, Erica, let's talk about your wins for today. It's Winning Wednesday. Audience, drop your wins below. Drop your wins below. Drop your wins below. How are you winning today, honey?
Winning today is just being able to, get my Christmas shopping done, getting all those things done, all the additional stress that you just talked about. It is a stressful season for a lot of people, just being able to kind of navigate that stress.
Definitely. And you're right. For myself, my wins, how I'm winning, I actually started on my list this weekend. I started reading a book. I actually got it from the Goodwill. It's called List Yourself, right? And it's kind of like a vision board, but it's an actual book. It's like a journal, and you're writing in this book things about yourself. Where you are on level spiritually, is different sections, how you can build yourself. As far as your emotions, you can go back to your childhood, things that you like, because can't nobody love you like you love yourself. But if you don't know things about yourself, you pretty much don't know where to start. So yeah, I love that book. But so that's my win. I've been working on it, and I'm working on my studio because I do want to give my TikTok friends, my viewers over there, some love as well. So I'm trying to get things set up over there. We're going to get you on over there. We have a few people in the room right now, so it's very exciting. All right, so let's talk about it. So tips to prevent holiday stress and depression. The first thing you need to do is, a lot of people don't realize, you need to acknowledge your feelings. You need to acknowledge your feelings, because if someone close to you, if they recently died, if they passed away, you need to acknowledge that it's okay to be sad. Sadness is okay, and it's normal, and it's okay to cry, to express yourself. And a lot of people, they feel like they're less than, or they shouldn't cry. I know for me, I don't deal with my emotions well, and for me, when my mom passed away, I didn't cry at her funeral or whatever, but I deal with my things a little bit differently. But some people, they express themselves by crying. Does that make sense?
It does. And I'll also say, don't just limit that to people who may have passed away. During the holidays, there are a
Mm-hmm.
lot of people who have either gone low contact or no contact with maybe some family members. Allow yourself to grieve those people
Mm-hmm.
as well. So even if it's not someone who's, passed away, but, someone that you may have had to step away from for mental health reasons, those type of things, acknowledge those relationships as grief as well.
Exactly. So another thing that you can do is you can reach out. If you're feeling lonely, you're feeling isolated, just seek out to like a community, to your church. You can join social events. I know on Facebook, they have Facebook groups, they have different things that's going on that you can just reach out and just speak to someone. They have websites and online support groups, social media sites, virtual events that can offer support and companionship. Have you actually been to any sites or anything like that? I know for me, when I was going through my thing or whatever, there are sites on there. Facebook, they have divorce groups sites or whatever. They have different things
Mhm.
that can help you. So because everyone that has people that has never been in your situation would never understand your situation.
Right.
I could never relate to someone that has lost a mother up until I lost my mother. See
Mhm.
what I mean? That has lost a child, I could never relate to that because I've never lost a child or whatever. So there are different groups with different things that can help different people.
Right.
Got any feedback for that? Any feedback or anything?
No, but if there's some resources, if you don't know of any resources, then, perhaps we can help you find something or, something like that. But yeah, a lot of times people just don't know that these resources exist. And so they don't know that is something they can take advantage of.
Definitely. So the next thing is be realistic. For the holidays, a lot of people they need to realize that they don't have to be perfect. A lot of people, they're stressing out trying to get ready for their family. They're preparing and they have 1,000 things going on. It does not have to be perfect. For me, what I tell my family is your family, so it's all good. Like, we're family.
Right.
It is what it is. So things do not have to be perfect, but everybody, they got to get their kids a perfect gift. They got to get their kids everything that they're asking for. They got to get their husband, their spouse, whoever. They got to get everything. And you need to realize you can only do what you can do, because it does not have to be perfect.
Yeah. And I think about
Be
how, like, especially with little kids, you see you
mm-hmm.
buying them all of these things and they want to play with the
Yep.
box.
Yep.
So it's not, though, it's a lot of times we try to give things that we didn't have, and those may not be things that are important to our children. So and then it's okay to make new traditions.
Exactly. And a lot of people, they don't get along with their family. Do y'all have any people out there that you don't get along with, your family members or different things like that? They don't get along with their family, and they don't want to go to the events because they can't stand their cousin for something that they done 12 years ago. They can't
Mhm.
stand this person. They can't stand that person or whatever. But sometimes you have to set aside those differences, because you may have your mother, your senior mother, your grandparents. Y'all don't understand how important it is to spend time with your family. You have to spend time with your oh my God. And me, myself, like, my son, he's 21 right now. And he don't understand. And I can't really get on him that much. I know I enjoy spending time with him and I love him. He have his own place or whatever. But his sister had a birthday or whatever. And we celebrated. Her birthday was Wednesday. We celebrated on Monday because that was his day off. But he was supposed to bring her a gift the following Monday, which is his day off again. But he didn't. And I don't think he realized how important that is to her. Because when I was his age, I didn't. And I used to always put my family on the back burner because I had so much to do. But by the time you look up, your grandparents and your mother and all of your younger siblings, they're going to be old before you know it. Or around this time, you have people passing away, and then you always feel bad and you regret it. So take that time to spend time with family and cherish your time with family. Thank you. I appreciate it. Thank you, Fat Boy 232. I appreciate it. You got any feedback? It's cold in this office, so I gotta use my tissue.
No, no, it's okay. It's but I
No
will also
feedback.
say a lot of times family is a source of stress for a lot of people. So prioritize your mental health
Mhm.
at this time of year.
Yes.
If you know, and I'm running into more and more people who are either no contact or low contact with their family. And I really didn't realize how big of a thing that was. Um, and
Hold
and
on.
these are
Say that
people
again.
who
You said low contact.
low
You said low
contact or no.
contact to no contact.
Yes. hmm So there are people who, yes,
Okay.
their family members are still alive, but due to preserve their own mental health, that's not a relationship that they can nurture. And I'm
Mhm.
running into a lot more people that's a reality for. And
Mhm.
and I think we always hear, you got to do this with your family, you got to do that, but protect your peace. Um, and just, do what works for you.
So you don't agree with setting the differences aside to go spend time with the family?
I think in some cases it may work, but then there's a lot of people that it does not work
Mhm.
for. Um, because of maybe some traditions, maybe it's because of, toxic relationships, any of those kind of things. So I feel like, we all have to kind of do what works for us. Because
So
just
yeah.
like I may get along great with my family, but you on the other hand might be like, every time, like I was just watching a TikTok video and this woman was like 42 and her mom were getting into this
Mhm.
screaming match because of whatever, they didn't give you background, but she was just saying how she felt, or how being around her mom felt for her. And so it was, and like I said, I'm running into more and more people where that's their reality, and it's just like, that's not my reality, but it's just like, wow, okay, I didn't realize so many people had this issue.
Different strokes for different folks. That's what they
Yeah.
say. Different
Yeah.
strokes for different folks. So another thing that you can do is you need to stick to a budget. Like before you do your gifts and your food and your shopping, you need to decide how much money you can afford to spend, then stick to your budget.
Mhm.
Don't try to buy happiness with an avalanche of gifts. That's what we just said a few seconds ago. And especially for our buyers that's thinking about buying a home. If you definitely need to stick to your guns and not forget what you're trying to do. Don't go out here and buy this expensive car, these expensive cell phones, or any of that. You need to keep your mind and stay focused on the goal at hand. Period.
Right.
Okay. You need to plan ahead. Plan ahead. Set specific day. These are some great tips, by the way. I got these from Mayo Clinic. For those of you guys who want to go back and look. These are some really great tips. I did want to go to a great source because I know I'm not a specialist. I know I'm not a therapist or any of that. But you guys, y'all need to really plan ahead. Set specific days aside for shopping and baking, and connecting with friends and doing other activities. So you need to consider whether to shop online, if you're going to shop online, or if you're going to get your items in person. But you need to plan ahead, and this will definitely help you with your budgeting as well. That's a big one. And sometimes you got to learn how to say no. Say no, say no, say no. Because sometimes when you're saying yes, you should know when to say no, and you need to, because let me get this right. If you say yes for everything and then you say no, you're gonna feel resentful. Did I say that right? And overwhelmed. Am I saying that right?
If you wait a minute, so if you're saying yes
So
for everything
saying
and then
saying
it's
yes when you should say no can leave
right,
you
okay.
feeling resentful and overwhelmed. There we go. So I said it backwards. So yes.
Yeah.
So a lot of the times, because I know me, I'm like, dang, why did I say I was gonna do this? Like, but also me, Jesse, who never, ever, ever want to leave the house and go anywhere. Sometimes I do that, for different reasons. But for those of you guys going through stuff, you really don't. Well, that's for everybody, because you're trying to prevent stress and depression around the holidays. And that's the issue. You're stressed out. Everybody's running around. Everybody needs you. You got to go 12 places for Christmas. It's a lot going on. So yeah, I agree with that one. 100, 1000%.
Mhm. And I think a lot of times we get caught up in trying to meet the expectations of other people. And sometimes you have to ask yourself, okay, what happens if I don't do this? If I say no to this particular thing, is the world going to fall apart?
And that kind of goes back to all of those gifts, getting everybody an avalanche of gifts. You got to get all these gifts and give everybody these gifts. But at the end of the day, what are they really doing with the gift? Or did you get them what they wanted? Or did you decide on the gift? Or how did this work? Because a lot of times, a lot of people re-gift gifts. So, like, all I'm saying is don't stress about it. If you can't afford it, don't get it. Just let them know, look, it's hard times this year. I'm going through this. I'm dealing with this. I cannot get these gifts. Right? Am I wrong for saying what I just said?
No, I totally agree. And the other thing is, I think a lot of us put a lot of emphasis on, the Christmas holidays, things like that. And we don't plan ahead. So just like this year, you know that Christmas is on December 25th. It's going to be on December 25th next year, and the year after that, and the year after that. So, sometimes it takes the all year planning to maybe do some things that you're looking for. Whether it's, hey, by next Christmas, I want to be in a new house. So, okay, what do you need to do that? If that means, hey, I need to save $1,000 a month, or whatever that means for you. But planning, that goes back to the planning ahead.
All right, this is the most important one, and I need y'all to take this. I know I talk fast, I know I speak fast, but I need you guys to take this one and run with it. Okay? So sometimes you have to take a breather. Sometimes you have to make some time for yourself. You need to find an activity that you actually enjoy, something that you like, something that you love. Sometimes you need to take a break by yourself. If it's nothing but 15 minutes alone, sometimes you have to spend those 15 minutes alone by yourself without distraction. I told you, doing these savers every morning has absolutely changed my life. Even like when I started falling off, I was like, okay, Jesse, you got to get back on track. Like yesterday, I was like, I'm getting up at 5. I got up at 5 this morning. Doing it, taking that extra 5 minutes in the morning, just taking that 15 minutes to yourself, and just, I'm telling you, it will change your life. And sometimes you have to do it in the middle of the day. Just spend that time with yourself. We have families, we have spouses, we have everything going on, and we are pouring into others all the time. But sometimes we have to take that time and we have to pour into ourselves. Period.
Right.
Reducing stress, clear your mind will reduce a ton of stress. Breathing, your slow breathing, all of that, it can restore your inner calm. So make sure you are taking 15 minutes to yourself at least every day. Take it, listen to music. You can take a walk at night, and you can read a book. The next thing is sometimes you have to seek professional help. If it gets too bad and you are just stressed and you don't know what to do, you don't know where you're going in life, and it's like no matter what you're doing, it's not working. Sometimes you have to seek professional help. Yeah. Your mother, your sister, your brother, sometimes they can't fix it, but sometimes you need to go and talk to someone. Do you got any feedback?
And I would just say, don't be ashamed of needing to seek help. Even I heard a statement that even a doctor has a doctor. So
exactly
those things, even if we feel like, oh, I know in the past I've gone to therapy, and I was shameful when I first started because I was just like, man, I should be able to handle this by myself. I'm this, I'm that, or I have all these accolades, or, all of those things, and I should be able to handle this by myself. And then I felt a kind of way when I wasn't. But then, that's what, and she said, hey, even a doctor has a doctor. Like, you can't be everything, that's why we exist as far as therapists, counselors, those kind of people, in order to help you be able to navigate.
That's an issue in our community, though. That's an issue because we feel like we can pray. Prayer is great, but sometimes we need to talk our way through these things. or whatever. Sometimes we need to talk to someone that's qualified. Like you said, you were shameful. You were ashamed that you were going and you were doing this. Like that only happens in our community where we are ashamed to go to see the doctor about something. Like that's crazy.
And then the fact that you brought up prayer, and one of the things that I learned was that they're not mutually exclusive. It's not like you can have one or the other. You can have prayer and a therapist, and that works out. So so it is something that, allow yourself the space to have both.
Exactly. So I agree 1000%, y'all. All right, so these are our tips, y'all, for the holiday. So we're gonna go all the way back. We gave you 10. All right, so number 1, you need to acknowledge your feelings. Number 2, you need to reach out to your family, your friends, some community support groups, someone that can relate to what you're going through. You need to be realistic about things that's going on this time of the year. Things changes, tradition changes all the time. You need to set aside your differences when it comes to your family. And you need to also make sure you're sticking to a budget, plan ahead, learn to say no. Don't abandon your healthy habits. Oh, I skipped that one. Don't abandon your healthy habits, because sometimes we forget and we get sad. We start eating. And I know I do. I didn't realize I do that, but I do. I will eat if I'm feeling some type of way about anything. And sometimes I feel myself just deflate. Like I can get mad and I just deflate. I get over it very, very quickly. But during that process, I maybe get over it with food. Who knows? But
and I think that's
you got
that so many of our celebrations this time of year revolve around food. Because you go to Christmas parties, you're having potlucks, you're doing this, and you got, having Friendsgiving and all of those kind of things. So yeah.
Yeah. So make sure you're eating healthy meals, you're getting plenty of sleep, exercise. And I told you, exercising is great. Do your breathing exercises and avoid like excessive alcohol, tobacco, and drug use around this time as well. Did you know, like for me, I'm not a drinker. But I'm not a drinker, but I notice whenever I drink wine, I get in my feels. I get in my feelings, and then I found out that alcohol is a depressant. So I'm just like, I get in my feelings. I want to talk, like.
But a lot of times, what is it they always say is drunk people tell no lies.
Man, I want to talk. You ask me a question, I'm gonna tell you. And for me, I'm already like that anyway. But I've tried to kind of fix it, with my mouth. Because as a kid, that mouth was just my daughter should get it from me. I would just say, and not meaning no harm, but I'm just saying what I'm thinking, So yeah, ask me a question, I'm gonna tell you. Especially when I'm drunk.
I had to learn tact in my adult years as well, because when I was a kid, I definitely did not have any.
Let me erase that, because y'all, I've never ever been drunk in my entire life. I do want to clear that up. Never. So I said when I'm drinking.
Okay.
All right. So number 9 is take a breather. Take those 15 minutes for yourself. And number 10, seek professional help if you need it. Seek it. All right, Erica. I think that's all we have, girl. You got anything you want to add?
No, just, I hope everybody has a great holiday season.
Yes.
Yeah, that's it.
All right, y'all. Thank you guys for tuning in. TikTok, I appreciate you guys. This is my first live. I'm gonna figure this thing out, y'all. I'm gonna figure it out. Next time, Erica gonna be on here with me. I saw some stuff at the bottom, but I didn't know how to do it. But yeah, we're gonna be in the building together next time, okay? But I appreciate you guys for tuning in. Facebook, I appreciate you guys for tuning in as well. I hope you guys have an awesome day. We'll see you guys on Friday, and we'll talk to you guys later. Bye-bye.